Hi there. Um, I hope you're doing well on this very beautiful day. Today's poem is a celebration of the internet and also a reflection on the time that we're in. This poem is by a spoken word poet called John Sands, and the poem is titled Internet as a Concept is Not Inspiring for Eli. But let me say this, there is a video of my brother's son, my only nephew for just 3 more weeks. He is 14 months old and does not crawl, sits legs out front, palms to the floor, uses his torso to scoot his entire body forward, and is way faster at this than you might imagine. Nothing in my family can resist this child. All we do is fall apart. I'm trying to recognize not just the beauty of the gift, but the sender. And not just the sender, but the invisible routing of the conduit, because I am not there, but I can see as if it were my kitchen. This representative of my lineage, 6 feet from a full length mirror in Boston. Not only does he use solely the force of his midsection to propel his seated body, which is wearing a vest and tie, I have to add, toward the mirror. When he arrives, he leans in quick, steals a kiss from his own reflection. Then he does it again, learning the world of intimacy 45 seconds straight, the camera fighting not to shake because his father, who is falling in love with his son, knows the value of a job done correctly. I can see the whole thing because my brother can see the whole thing. My roommates call from the next room to find out why I am screaming. I am in Brooklyn wearing sweatpants and a black t shirt. I can't pack my bags and move into his closet. I am not a card sender, but something in this moment knows nothing can be this beautiful without also taking something away. Being almost there is a kind of pain. I thought this poem was really remarkable when I first came across it, and it was not written for this time, but the poet shared it again on Twitter, kind of saying that he's been thinking about it. Throughout this whole um, pandemic isolation experience, I have been so thankful for the internet because it allows me to stay connected with the people I love. So I can be doing video calls, I can email people, I can be using Facebook and Instagram and, feeling pretty in contact with other people. And yet, it's not the same as actually being there, as actually hugging my friends. It is not the same as teaching in person. Videotaping myself and then sending it to people is not the same. Um, Nothing can compare with being there. So while I am very thankful to live in this age of the internet and to be able to communicate with people in the way that we can, I do recognize, as this poet said, being almost there is a kind of pain, right? Because being almost there means you know what's happening somewhere else. So that's a blessing, but it's also, you know exactly what you're missing. And being almost there means that you can see but not experience in the same way. You can see your loved ones but not hug them. You can see your teacher but not ask them a question the second you have it. You can see some of your students but not all of them. You can't get that immediate feedback and those jokes that you would have in person. So that's not to say that this connection we have doesn't mean anything, because it really does. And the idea of the internet as a concept, I do actually think is pretty inspiring. So in that sense, I disagree with the poet's title. But I do agree with the sentiment that being almost there for the people that you love, being almost in the same place is really hard. And I do think it's painful. I don't know if it's more painful than just not seeing people, but it is, there's some kind of pain there. But then I also think that there's so much joy in sharing our lives with each other, what little we can share. There's some joy, and it's a gift to be able to see what other people are doing, to be able to see their kids grow up long distance, to be able to see the faces of the people that I love is really, really a gift. So, although it doesn't compare to being there, being almost there, while painful, is also beautiful and such a gift. So, I hope that we can find some joy in being almost there for the ones that we love, being almost there for the experiences that we want to be having. And while we can recognize that there is some pain in the almost, there's also a lot of beauty in that. And so I'll be thankful for the beauty in the almost there. All right, y'all. Have a good one. Until next time.